I'm Pat Mitchell, and in this trade recap, I'm going to show you exactly how I traded BABA and Apple weekly options for some nice gains. I'm going to show you my entry and execution charts and go over some general market insight. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around, make sure to like and subscribe. And if not, this isn't something you're interested in, well, beat it, nerd, because we got work to do. Let's hit the charts. Let's go.
Okay, folks, we're going to go over these trades that I took today. I took two trades. I took a first trade on Apple, and I took a secondary trade on BABA. BABA ended up being the really nice ringer on the day. But before I get into the executions and going over that, let's kind of discuss the morning action. So here's BABA. BABA was really nice coming into a morning level that we had. There's actually a secondary level. I'll check my TC2000 charts at 313.77. So we're going to get that one marked out. 313.77. So right in here. So from lows to highs, beautiful. I took the long on it. BABA's daily chart's really interesting here, and because we've been hovering up in this range, and it had the potential, if it dipped down, because we gapped up and we're going to hold like a previous breakout range. You can see highs from this day, highs from this day, highs from this day, highs from this day, previous open from this day, and previous close on this day. So there's a really definitive range there, right? And that's right at 310. So it's also a whole number. So there's a bunch of puzzle pieces that's forming there, right? So with this gap up, with it pulling back into that level, I'm definitely looking to go long into that level. And that's exactly what happened. So executed the trade. You could see here, I'm going to widen this out a little bit for you guys. You could see that it was really just hovering. It was waiting for the market to kind of pick a definitive direction. The market had already ripped, but it was waiting for the market to see if it could push up a little bit further. And then finally, it squeezed out a short here. It panicked them, and then it starts to squeeze and has chasers starting to chase it on the way up. And then that's where I'm pulling profits. So you can see here I had multiple times to edge into the position, which is what I'm going to share with you. But, to talk about one more thing, this algo candle, it came down, smacked out a bunch of stops, and then got bought up, and then it looked like it was about to break out, and it did. It looked like it was about to really start ripping and rolling. And this is the number one reason why you do not buy breakouts. Do not buy breakouts, because you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna get smacked. New traders are always trying to chase a breakout because they think that is the least amount of risk or the safest time to buy, using that momentum to carry it forward. In fact, it does the opposite. This is where most professional and skilled traders are going to use that volume in order to trade, in order to sell their position. And that's basically what I was doing. I was selling into these pushes here, and you'll see that on the entry and exit chart that I'm going to share with you. So that was BABA. You guys got to remember, 86% of all breakouts fail. There's a reason for that, because there's so much selling pressure there. There's not a lot of buying pressure. The only people that are buying these, the only buying pressure that happens is some short squeeze, and that'll really carry it on a low floater. These are pretty high float stocks though, right? So you're gonna have some short squeeze and then noobs chasing it long. That's one of the reasons why I really prefer trading these higher cap stocks, because you don't get a lot of newbies trading them. It's generally traded by professionals. But this was a really interesting algo candle. Don't be afraid of these algo candles. They kind of give you a really good idea of what's about to come. Although it failed, and that's fine. It was a really definitive resistance level, and that worked as well. We have members that traded this short and ended up making a mint off of it. And then we have Apple. This here was really interesting. Actually, today's levels, I got to fix this, because today's level, I adjusted it to 116.51. It's close enough. So 160.51, and then I've got the 118.05 somewhere in here. These were our levels for this morning. So beautiful long this morning. A lot of members caught that. It was real quick, but what I like to show is that morning pre-market action a couple minutes into the bell. Because there's generally a little more volume as we're coming into the market open and into the bell, you can use that as not like don't necessarily consider that pre-market action there. You can consider the first or the last couple of candles coming into the market open as a market open, like the market's already open, live trading action. And then you can see it dips real hard and fast into that level, execute the long. As soon as the market opens, it dips down, use that volume to get a really nice fill. And sure enough, members smacked this one out of the park. This ran multiple points. Beautiful, beautiful trade on that. And it wants to continue north. You know, discussing these stocks now, and then I'll get into the entries, I promise, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of market insight. So on the SPY here, if we go into the daily chart, oops, got to reset that. So on the daily chart here, you can see that we've pulled back. It is forming a downtrend, but it has pulled back for multiple days. It's trying to bounce. Now, this is where you're going to have a tug of war on days like this. And that's what's going on today. You can see it was really, really strong. Market was really, really strong. Yet another trade that members took right here on this higher low into the VWAP. They smacked that, rode this up for, I believe, a couple of them caught a couple 100% on their options trades. And they nailed it. And now it's pulled back into the VWAP. The VWAP is about right here, and it's starting to fail some more. So we'll see what happens, but there was a big tug of war up at these tops, right up at the top here on SPY. And you're going to see that a lot, guys. You're going to see that a lot. So now the moment you guys are all waiting for, let's go over the entries and let's go over these trades. So on BABA, locking in about $4,275. Really, really decent trade. And these are the executions. So as it comes down, right, on that first level test, I'm going to execute. I ended up getting a couple of really bad, shitty fills on that, but that's okay. And then right in that consolidation point where I was showing you, that's where I was really milking in and averaging into my position. And then once I said that those shorts were getting squeezed, that's where I start pulling out. So basically my entry or my average price was about $4.50, and then got some really good exits in the 550s, 540s, 550s. And that's making a point, $1 per share on contracts. That's fucking amazing. So that was BABA. That was really, really nice. Let's go to Apple. So on Apple, it's kind of shitty because this was a real quick trade. So I'll go over my Apple trade in one sec. I just want to show you the executions here first, and then we'll go over the trade. So as it comes into that level, that first level, I grab it short, instantly pay myself, take one more entry, and then notice a kind of change in the tide. I could tell that it wasn't going to work out, so I just peeled it off. And even on this, like, this doesn't look like a big trade, and it's not. It's a small, quick trade, but I still made almost $600 on it. Like, these are such predictable setups and such a predictable strategy, and you can replicate these types of gains all the time. So now I'll go back into the charts and show you Apple, where I can show you what I did. So as it came into that level, right? As it came into that level, I took it short on this pullback. Now, again, it doesn't look like much, but it is. It's more than enough to make $600 on this little pullback, right? So coming into the level, I execute the short, take it. This is where I hit it again. I average back in, and this is right where I said it's like, no, it doesn't look like it's going to work. It started getting sucked up pretty good, as well as what the market was doing, and then just it came back up, and I got out, but still managed to walk away with $600. So really, really good trade. You know, I think what we could see moving forward into tomorrow, you know, as it stands right now on a lot of these names, I think we're going to sell off a bit on the market. So I'll head into the 1 minute here. So I think we are going to sell off a little bit. I think it comes down. I do think it's going to get bought up. It's probably going to hold this double bottom, this 340, 314 area. And I think it's just going to piss around today. I don't think we sell off unless we get some sort of news. So I think for tomorrow, what I would be looking for is what I call the consolidation play. I want to see it trade inside this range for the next couple of days. So I'll be looking to short 345.77 and looking to go long 343.10-ish. Now, these levels may change a little bit, but that's what I would be looking for. You know, the formation on this daily candle so far does not look good, right? It's a very bearish looking candle. So I could be wrong and it could come down. But that's why you don't predict markets. You simply trade the levels, you trade the strategy that I have, and you're going to do really well.
Well, folks, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you can benefit from this. I want to provide you guys with the best content possible on a daily basis. I really want to keep up on these daily uploads and these daily trade recaps, plus our additional Tricktrades TV content that we're providing for you. All I ask for is a like and a subscribe in return. And on that note, folks, please make sure to go check out our free live masterclass. You can check that out in the link is in the description below, as well as our Situation Room morning newsletter, which I gotta say is absolutely phenomenal. I know you guys will enjoy it, so make sure to check that out. And if you have any other questions, contact us at support@tricktrades.com. We'll see you then, guys. Adios.